where we last left off, the crew of the SSV Saratoga had formed a plan with one of the Quarian admirals, Rela's adopted caretaker, Koro Zen. The plan was to announce his and your intentions to reform the Quarian government in order to attempt to sway public opinion and force your political opponent's hand into making a foolhardy move. To do this, you're going to need someone who knows their way around the airwaves, somebody who's good at doing making good TV, and you have somebody in mind. So the current tentative plan was to hop on over to Sur'Kesh, drop off the Atom conglomerate, since it's a bit of a ticking time bomb, and then pick up, assuming the Delatras permits you, but knowing her personality, it probably won't be much of an issue. The media expert that you worked with during Greatest Space Ranger.
Ristern,
indeed. Following that, you'll return to Rannoch and put on a big show with Ray at the center, and which Korozen will broadcast throughout the fleet in Rannoch. He has the authority to broadcast whatever he wants on a frequency that will be picked up all throughout the fleet and on the planet proper. And then, once you do that, step 7 of the plan is make sure Korozen doesn't get assassinated. You also
That's Arturo's job.
Yeah, exactly. You also need some Reaper tech to bullshit the council with, because your time has run out. As of basically now, if the council makes good on their threat, they will be sending someone to collect the Reaper tech that you have, whether you like it or not. And they won't be taking no for an answer.
they're welcome to search the ship after we've dropped Adam off.
Well, the plan that you proposed last time, Mark, is you said, let's get some bullshit Reaper tech to give them. So if that's changed, you are more than welcome to change your mind. But I was just reiterating what you guys had already said you were going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Solarians could probably help us there, too.
Probably, yeah.
Hell, the Quarians could probably help us there. Because mass relay tech is effectively Reaper tech, so.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. Although, when people talk about Reaper tech in the present era, they typically do not mean things the Reapers made. They mean tech that came from a Reaper.
Mm-hmm.
That's become the common usage of that in modern times. Because the fact that the Citadel and relays were made by the Reapers wasn't even known for a very long time. Hell, that was still classified when the Reaper War ended. It probably slowly got out that was the case, like, over time. Because it's not like you ever announced that in the games. Like, you know, because you're fucking Commander Shepard, but, like, most people don't know that. So when people say Reaper tech, they mean, like, a Reaper. Like, AI stuff from Reapers, or, like, a core or something. Like, a piece of a Reaper, typically, is what they're talking about.
Alright, well, we can probably reach out to the Solarians via our quantum communicator to let them know that we're coming and what our plan is ahead of time, so that they can make preparations while we're on our way. since they are in the Galactic Readiness Task Force, we should have their quantum info.
You do.
I think either way, we're going there to at least drop off Adam, so we can let them know we're coming, even if they have a differing idea of the plan.
Indeed. It's a good idea. Korozin's just going to kind of hang out for the moment in case you need him. But if you want to try to hail Sur'Kesh on your quantum communicator, you certainly may.
Yeah, we'll go. We'll go ahead and do that.
Sounds good to me. Let's see here.
While we're getting the ship ready for departure. Getting our departure clearances and whatnot.
Indeed. When you hail the royal chambers of the Supreme Delatras, the one who picks up is Salo Saluri, the Delatras's basically attendant, for lack of a more comprehensive word. You'll recall that she was in the throne room when you met the Delatras and never left her side.
Right.
And as she picks up, she says, "How do you have this? Oh, it's you."
Yes, it is.
What
sorry
do you need?
Yeah, sorry to call seemingly at random. We have a few matters to discuss. One, we will need to drop off the classified project that we picked up a while back for safekeeping for the time being, whilst we figure out a solution to a problem that has come up.
I see. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. We already have a facility ready for it.
Good. I don't know if Dr. Jackbar will be joining it, because I know his reason for coming on board the ship was to keep an eye on it. So I will leave it to him whether or not he remains with it.
Dr. Jackbar is welcome if he wishes.
The other matter is that we actually require the services of a talented media director. And we remember Ristern being quite talented when we made our debut on Sur'Kesh.
Do you need to speak with Ristern, or are you seeking her services for something more prolonged?
Well, we will
Will she need to go off-world?
It is for a very big project with lasting repercussions. It might not be long-term, but it is significant enough that I think they will want to be involved personally.
I see. Just one moment. You hear Salo consulting with the Delatras kind of in the distance. Like, she walks out of frame so her hologram disappears, but you still have audio. And you hear the Supreme Delatras go, "Who? Yeah, it's fine." And then she comes back, like, the Delatras was, like, forgot who Ristern was, and she's like, "Yes, the Supreme Delatras has elected to honor your request."
Excellent. Please convey our appreciation to Her Royal Highness.
I shall. You're welcome to come make the exchange when ready.
Well, we should be there within the day.
Understood.
All right, let's make any more preparations necessary for departure and get underway.
Corazon says, I'm not going to ride with you. I'll be here when you return.
Oh, of course, I'm sure you're quite busy here.
Yeah, I'm going to need to do something I really didn't want to have to resort to, but desperate times call for truly desperate measures.
You're going to have to get some sleep, aren't you?
And I'm going to have to delegate.
Ah.
Time to figure out who will fuck my job up the least. He says as he gets off of your ship.
Your people are more confident than you give them credit for, Uncle Zen.
No, they aren't, he says, walking away. All right. It's just you guys on
If you guys ever wonder why I don't trust anyone in my engineering bay, except for a very limited few people, that's probably why.
I see where you get it from.
You were raised that way.
Well, different styles of leadership. I prefer to trust somebody to get the job done when I've given it to them. And so far, it's not let me down. Anyway, once we're ready for to depart, let's get clearance and cast off.
Sure enough. Here you are in the Saratoga.
Guess I'll talk with Dr. Jackbar.
We're just accruing defunct player characters. They're just piling up, man. I'll just put them down here. Jeez. Alright. Wait, where'd they go? There. Alright. Yeah, so when you go to speak with Dr. Jackbar, he is sitting with... he's actually sitting at the table with Joker, and as you approach, Jackbar is actually laughing, which is unusual for him, to say the least.
Being able to make a Solarian laugh, that you are indeed quite talented.
And Moreau is like in the middle of a story, and he's like, no. But listen, okay, so the worst thing is the milk had been, it was 3 weeks expired, and they didn't even know. And Jackbar's like, humans really are very illogical, thank you. And turns, oh, Spectre, did you need something?
Yes, we're going to be making a stop at Sur'Kesh to drop off Adam for his own safety until we can figure out how to smooth things over with the council.
A wise idea. I'll accompany him, of course.
Of course, that was what I was going to bring up. But once we've gotten everything taken care of and we're able to safely take him back on board, you're still welcome to continue to join us.
I plan on it then. I appreciate the offer.
Alright, well, we should be arriving within the day, so make sure you have everything you need.
I shall do so. And he'll actually head downstairs to go to his quarters. He kind of awkwardly walks between all of the edgy people who hang out in the cargo bay. Just an increasing number of edgy people who just loiter in here all the time. Actually, I'll do that. There we go.
Right.
Just GM layer him so I still have it.
And Aryn will take the con and direct Helm to take us out and set course for Sur'Kesh.
I'm gonna put Ray in engines. Oh yeah, Arturo. Oh yeah, Arturo is one of the edgy people down there. Wonderful, you joined them. Thank you.
I literally stuck myself down there just for the joke.
Go hang out with all the edgy people. Primrose is too cool for the cargo bay, though. Primrose hangs out on the railing.
Oh yeah, what a fucking brooder.
So edgy she can't even hang out with the edgies.
Exactly.
The edges are too mainstream.
All right. And so you set course for Sur'Kesh. You undock from the Quarian arc and begin to fly away from Rannoch toward the nearest mass relay.
Because of the delicacy of the information we're sitting on, I'm gonna have us go with stealth systems operational once we've departed.
Okay.
Anytime we're not in mass relay transit or FTL, let's keep stealth systems engaged until we reach Sur'Kesh.
Makes sense. As you are flying through Quarian space, your stealth system's up, headed toward the mass relay.
Adam, keep an eye on sensors.
Adam actually comes up to the cockpit. It's funny you should mention that. They failed to find us, but someone's trying to. There's no other ships in this area that we're in right now. This route between Rannoch and the mass relay is pretty much empty, but someone's running a scan. There's a chance they might have spotted us, but they didn't. In other words, I GM rolled.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way for me to know who or what it was or where they are, but worth noting that it happened.
Noted. Thank you very much. We'll need to watch our backs when we come back.
Actually, when we reach the mass relay, we'll have to bring the cell systems down to jump, right?
Right. Hopefully we can get out of here before any contacts in the area decide to converge on us.
If they scanned the space between Rannoch and the mass relay, they know where we're going.
How long till we reach the relay?
About 30 minutes.
Alright. Give me a heads up at 5 minutes till relay. And we'll go to battle stations just in case.
I think that would be wise. Alright. And so you guys continue to fly now with a small amount of tension.
We can let that tension hang in the air if I can step away for just like 10 seconds.
Yeah, if you gotta do something. You're good.
So they want me to talk in front of all of my people. I don't know how that's gonna go, but Aryn and Eon said they would give me pointers. But I'm not like you. I'm not good in front of people. So do you have any tips or tricks?
You're talking to Decimius. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No worries.
Decimius will say, talking to people is easy. Just, say what you mean, flash him a smile, be yourself,
Even if there's like millions of them?
It'll be fine. It's probably about the same. People like when you're genuine,
Genuine. Be genuine.
Because most people who have natural charisma don't know how it works. And
Exactly.
are terrible at telling people how to be charismatic. So he's just like, I don't know, be yourself. Like,
It's just that easy.
yeah. Presumably the crew is informed that there's the potential of being attacked at the relay. So everyone's probably like a little bit on guard.
I'm already checking over the weapon systems on the ship again, just like, I just got this fucking thing fixed. Don't you dare.
All right. Sorry about that. I am back.
You're all right. Is everything fine?
Yes, I'm fine.
Cool. Okay. Good stuff. Well, with that being the case, as soon as you guys pull out in front of the mass relay, and you 5 minutes. So 5 minutes before you get to the mass relay, Adam comes and gives you that warning. We'll be there in 5 minutes.
All right. Aaron's gonna send a message through the ship for all hands to stand at action stations and be ready for potential space combat. And then she'll tell David, once we get in range of the relay, we're gonna need to get that transit data put in and get our mass transit done as quickly as possible.
Got it. Don't even leave them taillights. Understood. I could do that.
All right.
Lucille's down and gunning.
Makes sense.
Eon, I'd like you down in engineering, please. Give support down there. I'll handle support up on the bridge.
Eon's very sick with the flu. Yeah. But yeah. All right. You pull up to the mass relay, and you have to bring your stealth down to use it. From the moment the stealth goes down, you can relay pretty quickly, depending a lot on David. Basically, it's within a minute you can relay out as soon as the stealth comes down, assuming David succeeds his checks.
I'm giving him biotic inspiration.
Fair enough. All right.
I just sent a needle through a pinhole at 600 feet, and he says that's good.
And I'll also burn my inspiration to make sure I have advantage on this roll.
Remember, you can fail first and then roll inspiration afterwards.
Okay.
Do you bring
I
your stealth
still-
down?
I'm waiting for the order.
Do it.
Alright.
The instant you bring your stealth down, like the moment it drops, from the black, empty nothing of space where there was nothing over there, a beam of white hot plasma rips through space at your ship, like in a surprise round. And we are going to see if we hit here. The ship's AC is not phenomenal because you are not making evasive maneuvers. You're just sitting there, so it's 16.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely.
I love it here. This is the best. Yay.
And your shield drops from 150 to 7 immediately. And as soon as that happens...
Oh, Captain, we just had a major draw.
And so everyone roll initiative right away.
Shit.
No, we're doing good.
After that plasma laser is fired, you can now visually see the ship, although Adam confirms that it is still not showing up on sensors, and that he has never seen anything of this make before.
We've had a long rest since our fight on the planet, right?
You have.
Okay.
This is what it looks like.
Hooray!
And it's just one ship.
Can I say right now how much I dislike this? Just saying.
$17. All right.
Ooh,
So
Ray
the
still
enemy
goes
ship
ahead
goes
of
after
it.
Ray.
Good.
Yep. All right. Arturo, you're the first to act. I'll have NPCs go at bottom of the round like usual.
All right. I guess Arturo will, in the tactics, at his tactics station, go ahead and pull up the tactical display and start feeding information to the gunner. And by that, I mean I'm going to give Shepard the help action.
Perfect. Understood. And Ray is up.
All right. Ray, I mean, we're on our way to a place where we can get more fuel, so
Yes.
Ray's gonna immediately dump 300 light years worth back into shields.
Yeah, fuel is expendable.
But we'll call it 250 light years worth back into shields. No, we'll do 300. No,
Try to get us capped.
try to get us capped. Okay,
I imagine
so
this
it's
is
a 4 to
fire
1.
damage, so anything touching our armor is going to be doubled.
It is.
It's a 4 to 1
It's
point.
a plasma laser. It'll do fire. Yeah.
So for every 4, it's 1.2. We're looking for 150. So 4 times. I need a calculator.
Where's that Quarian intellect?
Mathy math
Ray
right
would know
now. I
math.
love it.
I mean, it's 143 divided by 1.2 times 4, right?
Hmm.
It would be basically 477 of your fuel to do it, to fill your shield.
Okay. I'll drop 477 fuel then.
Okay. Go ahead and make
Basically.
a technology check. You have to roll really high to do that much all at once.
Basically, Ray's gonna say, "I'm dumping fuel to get us shielded through this."
Do what you need to get us through this.
Technology. Plus
Pretty good. Can you get more?
28.
Okay. So with 28, you can only put 280 fuel in this round, which is going to give you 84 more shield.
$91 is better than 7.
Mm-hmm.
That's 280 fuel. Your fuel capacity is 600.
Yes.
So
Hopefully their weapons will have to cycle.
oh, dude, if they have a laser that does that much with no cooldown, you guys are absolutely fucked.
Yeah.
The space combat system is based on cooldowns. Like, holy shit, that'd be ridiculous.
And then
Not even your shitty
then-
weapons have no cooldown. Oh, go ahead.
Ray will have Tasty go in here. No, Shepard's already being assisted. Is Kronk actually the one in this gun?
Yes, I'm going to be rolling Kronk's heavy weapons.
Okay, Tasty will go in there and basically enter into the AI to give Kronk an assist, and Ray will throw a Bardic inspiration at tech support at Shepard.
Perfect. All right.
Thank you kindly.
No problem.
The custom enemy ship, on its turn, suddenly dives out of sight of the cockpit window. Adam says, "I still can't pick it up on anything. I don't know where it is, and it's really fast." And that is its turn.
Can our weapons get any luck on it? Does it have any heat signature at all?
So Shepard, on your turn,
Mm-hmm.
this thing has gone into evasive maneuvers, and it also is very well shielded against targeting. Fortunately, you have a backup. There is an available video feed from a camera mounted to the gun in cases like this. You're going to have to eyeball it. You can't target this thing. That basically translates to you have to roll very well. So it's just going to be really hard to hit.
Oh, great. Sure is a good thing I'm
No.
getting a help and a Bardic inspiration.
Exactly. You have advantage and tech support. So, but yeah, you end up, because the targeting can't find it, you have to pull up the video feed and just look for it, like, visibly. And the damn thing is black and it's in space, so it's not exactly easy to see either.
Great. This is... Shoot, you've got 2 on my sheet. I've got heavy weapons and charged ship weapons. It's charged ship weapons is actually what I'm rolling, right?
No, it's heavy weapons, I believe.
Yeah.
Now, which
Okay.
weapon are you using? Because you have a few weapons. You have the Spinal Mass Accelerator Cannon. That's your big one, and then you have the Guardian Point Defense Lasers, which is the smaller one.
We'll use the big one first, see if we can even hit it to get it to light up a little bit, and then I can shoot at it with the other one. If I'm lucky, I can maybe light it up for Kronk.
All right.
Are we considering
So that
medium
would
range or close range right now?
It is the range is worth noting. It actually is not even close enough for the point defense lasers.
Yeah, it has to be close range for that then.
Yeah, you'd have to fly over to it. Yeah. So you're in medium. You are in medium range though. The accelerator cannon will work.
I can only imagine what additional weapons it can bring to bear if we're at close range, though.
Don't like that. Don't like you saying that at all, Mark. Don't say that. All right.
Oh, it's worth noting how I didn't mention how small the ship is. It's much smaller even than the Saratoga. This is like a personal ship.
If it's one of Admiral Woney's things, I expect it to be bristling with weapons.
I don't think it's that person. I think I know who it is.
I think you might be right.
Roll advantage with tech support.
Tech support is D8.
D10 at this point, I think, right?
D10.
Whoops, sorry. Don't know why that rolled
2d10.
twice. I rolled... No, just the one.
You pull up the camera, and in manual, hold your breath, lead it, and take a shot. And at first, it seems as though you missed, but this thing is so fast, you have to lead it by so much that you actually manage to land the mass accelerator shot in its path, and it rips through the thing's shields. Go ahead and roll 20d8 for the piercing damage.
Oh, so hey, above table, did we level up at the end of last session? Because I wasn't there for last session. I just want to make sure I'm not.
No.
Okay.
No, we're like
Okay.
in the middle of the Quarian arc.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure.
88 damage. The enemy ship shields take 88 damage. They do not break, but it definitely is a big hit.
So that
hard.
wouldn't do anything for making it easier for Kronk to hit it on his turn.
No, you just
Damn.
did damage to its shields.
Okay. It lit it up when it hit, but after that, it's not. Okay. All right.
Yeah. All right, David.
All right. So what am I trying to do to get us out of here? I'm not staying. Like we need to go.
It is a space vehicles check, but here's the fun part.
Mm-hmm.
The number you need to get you guys out of this fight and escape is 60 total. So when you roll, I'm going to add your result to a running total.
Oh,
When you hit 60, you escape.
Okay.
That's the mechanic we're doing.
And that takes my action, doesn't it?
It does. Now here's the trick. You have two pilots. Both you and your co-pilot are going to get to do something this turn, and you have a choice of two different things. You can either do evasive maneuvers to add to the armor class, or you can make a mass relay check. And you could both do mass relay, or you could have one do mass relay and one do evasive maneuvers. You have a choice to make on what your pilots do.
I will leave that decision to the person who's commanding the vessel. What do we do? Mark?
Because you've got Quincy Porter over here with like a +5 to space vehicle, and she can roll something. And then you can roll something.
I think our highest priority is getting out of here as quick as possible.
couldn't
All right,
Quincy
so-
also just give him the help action?
I'd rather
No.
roll it twice than roll once well.
Yeah. I'm with them on that one. We need to get as many numbers up as possible. So, okay, then yeah, it looks like it's going to be 2 space vehicles checks. I'm going to roll mine, and if I don't like the roll, like I said, I'm going to be spending my inspiration on it.
All right.
And you said I got a D4, right, Mark, because of biotic
Yes, I've
inspiration or whatever?
given you biotic inspiration. I'm concentrating on that.
Plus 4. D4.
Actually,
So,
yeah, it is
yeah.
64, sorry.
So I will take I'll burn my inspiration. Yep, there we go.
And can I add contingencies on this?
Contingency just adds a die, right?
Yes, a d6.
Yeah, you can do that.
Doing
Yeah.
it. Oh, I'll roll it. Here you go. 27.
All right. There we go. At the bottom of the round, Quincy will go when all the NPCs do.
Gotcha.
All right. You're up, Aryn.
Aryn is going to give help action to David, and continue.
Ray's gonna yell. Ray's gonna yell to Aryn. Aryn, we have to tell the fleet. This thing will be able to tear through the ships in orbit. She's panicking a little.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. But I don't think this ship is after any of the ships in the fleet, Ray. It's only after us. And yeah, she'll give a help action to David to give him advantage on his next roll, as well as bonus action to give him another inspiration. Or biotic inspiration. Biotic presence, sorry, not inspiration. Inspiration
All
is
right.
bless, presence is guidance.
Understood. All right. It is bottom of the round now, so I'm going to go through all the NPCs. First, Adam. I'm gonna just do a bunch of GM rolls to get through all this. Let's see. All right, Adam says I can't get into their systems, but I am getting a heat signature. I think their weapon's back online.
That's not good.
Quincy will actually roll 11 to add to the MR progress. Do you want to throw anything at that, Aryn? or
So,
no?
contingency is a reaction. My planning die is not.
Okay.
So, and my planning dice I can only use on the cockpit, and they're low. It's a 4, a 10, and a 10. So,
Right. All right. So you have your reaction back. No, you don't.
I don't.
No, you do. You
I
do
do?
because you took your turn.
Oh yeah. Okay.
This
So
is
yeah,
after your turn.
I will add a contingency onto Quincy then. So that'll be another d6.
So 13. That puts you at a nice clean 40.
Okay.
Look at that. All you gotta do is get a 20.
We can do that, David.
Yeah, you can get a 20.
20 total. That's all we need.
You sound so
Simi-
confident in yourself.
I'm the best.
Damn straight.
When it,
Decimius
sorry.
will convert more fuel, basically like continuing the work that Ray was doing. Decimius is going to pump more fuel into shields. So let's see here. That's 72 shields. Is that like a little bit too much?
We need 59 right now to get back to cap.
Yeah, so he's able to do the cap. So he's just going to do 59. So I have to figure out what that is. I think it's 59 divided by 1.2 times 4. So 197 fuel to get back to full shields. Let me check this. All right, 123 light years worth of fuel left. Can't do that again. Other NPCs who can do anything. Not a lot, actually, other than Kronk. Actually, is the thing even up? Mass Accelerator Cannon, 2d4 minus 2. 3 rounds. That's not great.
Quick question. Caden does have a tech skill. He's biotic in tech in the game. Does he have the ability to assist Kronk at all with the weapons?
Certainly. Yeah, you certainly can. So Kronk is just going to try to speed up the weapon cooldown coming off because the enemy's not in range of the other weapon.
Mm-hmm.
What check was that, or was it even a check to do that? Let me see my notes.
We were doing.
I think that's that weapons cooldown check that Rocky was talking about earlier.
What I mean is you have a way to reduce the cooldown with an action.
I think we were just doing technology checks because I remember Ray was.
Yeah, I'm pretty
good at
sure
it.
it was just a tech check.
It's a tech check, yeah. Caden will bring it down to 1 round.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
And then Arturo, you're up.
All right, he's still feeding tactical information to. Well, actually, if it's not coming up on sensors, can I even do it?
We've got a heat bloom now, though.
Yeah.
Fair.
You
Okay,
can help.
yeah, he's still feeding tactical information to the gunners, and this will again be to Shepard.
All right. Ray, you're up.
Roger that.
Ray will divert some of the heat coming off the weapons through the engine to try to get the weapon back online.
All right. Tech check.
Going
It
to
is-
be that plus another D4 if that matters.
The cannon's online.
All
That
right,
gives
and
me
then,
my
nice.
gun.
and then Ray will stick her hand through Shepard's thing and be like, "You're locked on," and toss another tech support on her.
All right.
I fucking love you, Ray.
And the enemy ship fires. Hitting you pretty easily since you aren't evading.
Ouch.
Doesn't get through your shields. Brings them all the way down to
28.
28.
Shield holding.
Better
Good job,
than the first
engineering.
time it shot us.
There we go. And then again, the weird ship starts to take crazy evasive maneuvers trying to stay out of view. Once the weapon fires, the heat bloom is gone. But Shepard, you've got help, you've got tech support, and you've got the cannon online.
Got my fingers crossed.
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
All right, yeah. So that means you get to roll probably the most fun roll you've ever gotten to do. You crit
hang
with
on.
a massive accelerator cannon. Go ahead and roll 40d8.
Plus maneuvers. Can you put a maneuver
I don't
on
know
these things?
It depends on the maneuver.
Hang on. Let me.
Custom
okay,
shot?
let me roll. What was that?
Concussive shot?
Shove it back 15 feet. That'll make a huge difference.
Yeah.
Or I can.
Well, I imagine in space combat that would translate to the side.
I don't think I can disarm it.
No.
If
I
you
could try
target
and
a weapon,
menace
if you
it.
target their weapon,
Well, there's the damage.
191 piercing damage.
Ooh, damn.
I mean, I could try the maneuver menacing. While I'm shooting, I'll scream and see if I scare the pilot. But I'm pretty sure that one won't work. Yeah, I ain't got no maneuvers that are gonna help, and with that kind of a damage roll, no. Sorry.
In
guys.
any case, After that 191 damage, the enemy ship's shield, it goes down, but just barely. Like the shield takes almost the whole hit, and it only scrapes the actual ship proper, like a little bit.
So we do see sparks at least.
Yeah, you see sparks. Yeah.
Keela, David, get us out of here!
All right, David.
And I was given the help action, right?
Yeah, Aryn helped you.
Yep. All right. So then that will be
You see a 20.
plus a D4. There it is.
We got it.
That is
it.
it.
And this is why I'm the fucking best. There's
Just
our
got
opening.
it. Gloat later.
And
Loading now.
you go through the mass relay, and you're gone.
Can we stop pissing people off in space?
To be
All
fair,
we
I think we
do
pissed
is-
that one off planet side.
I mean, all we do is exist in space. It's kind of impossible.
Adam, make
We
sure to
pissed-
log that ship signature.
Aryn nods in agreement with that.
It's recorded.
Take whatever data you can from that and analyze. See what you can find out about what that was and who sent it.
We've already been analyzing it.
Good.
In the minute since the fight, we've had a few hours to talk. The ship is custom make, but the parts are Quarian. The weapon, shields, and stealth systems are all extremely sophisticated, superior to most military make. The stealth system seems to be based on the one that we have in the Saratoga. It functions very similarly, as though built by someone who had close access to one like it.
Well, I don't think those Quarians that took a look at our ship and got access to the stealth drive would have been able to manufacture one so quickly.
No, they wouldn't have had time, not at all.
Alright.
Besides, the ship isn't brand new.
Then I think
There were signs of wear and use on it.
then I think that narrows it down to the specter that we saw on the planet. They knew we were heading south. They knew that, well, we knew that they were trying to track us. Tried to have us followed. Subject to very rash action. But I don't think it's a threat to the Quarian fleet. And I don't even think they knew you were on board, Adam. It was because of our actions planet side.
Was that over comms or no?
I'll probably send. I'll send it to Ray in
Okay,
comms.
we could say it's not over comms, but you might want to have a meeting because I think Ray was the one who was concerned, so she
Yeah.
wouldn't have heard any of that.
Yeah, Aaron's gonna call senior officers to the conference room. Except Eon, you're excused for health reasons.
Too many red vines.
God damn it, did she find my fucking stash? I swear to God, if she went through... We're not going to be able to dock at the Citadel for a while if I can't... It's fine, it's fine. More
We
pressing
already
matters.
can't dock with the Citadel.
Quincy will look over at David and say, I got it. Now that we're not under attack, you can go to the meeting. I'll call you if there's any other crazy bullshit.
All right.
I can put us on cruise and go through relays.
Just in case, though, I'll get my uncle up here.
All right.
Just in case you need a second pair of hands.
And Joker will come up. Not to worry. I'm pretty sure I know where the accelerator is now, so you're in good hands.
I
and then
just
and then he
stare for
goes
a
like,
minute.
I'm kidding.
You're kidding, as in you don't know where the accelerator is, or
No,
you're
I
kidding?
do know where it is, you shit.
Okay, don't do that.
Get out of
Don't.
here.
Mm.
Go on.
All right. So where are we heading?
The conference room.
That's right. Oh, my corner seat's open. It slides right on in there. Oh, this is where I like to be. Wedged between two walls. Yeah.
All right.
Well, that was a close call. Glad we were at the
Not
ready for it.
even. It wasn't even close. But now, when we got jumped by those three other ships, that was close.
Still, though, 2 shots from our main gun would have done a lot more damage to any of those ships than this one. Apparently, we barely got through its kinetic barriers.
Whereas a single shot from it both times nearly took our shields out entirely.
Now, if
And I'm
it's
just gonna say, I don't think that was counsel.
no, based on Adam's analysis, I think it was from that Quarian Spectre we encountered on the surface. After all, she did try to track us, knew that we were going south, and knew that that's where Ray's mother's people were.
Talizora was also an excellent engineer who worked on the Normandy for years, so it would make sense that she would be able to adapt to the stealth drive.
Yes, she would have had extensive access to it and plenty of knowledge on how it functions. The weaponry that it employed might have been from Admiral Ronnie, but there's no knowing. If we had gotten closer, we would have been able to bring some more of our own weapons online, but might have incurred the wrath of some of its as well. And I don't know that we would have been able to stand up against that.
The weapons also could have been modified Reaper tech.
Maybe.
That
Regardless,
was a lot of damage.
we'll be at
small
full battle
ship.
readiness when we come back. We'll engage stealth drive as soon as we re-enter the system. We should have more time, we should have a better window of opportunity to get that online and get to safety when we come back. We won't have that 1 minute delay. As long as you can get the stealth drive operational pretty quickly upon our entry, David? And Ray?
I should be okay to do that.
Alright, things might be even hotter than they are right now by the time we get back. Hopefully, though, the political pot has not been stirred too much to start boiling over. Should be a day or less before we return.
Ray's like got her hands like wrapped around her stomach, like she has a stomach ache, and she says, "Our people don't get politically violent, so if something like this is happening, there's no precedent for it."
I think the last few days has proven that that's not entirely accurate anymore.
You also know that Tally's vendetta is not really political. You guys are well aware that she's like strongly motivated personally about it, like being anti-AI, and so it may have like absolutely nothing to do with anyone else.
If Admiral Ronnie had sent it, then I might be worried about continued political action. But because it was sent by Spectre Tally, we're probably in the clear for the time being. And I think the fleet is safe. I don't think we need to worry about things changing too much by the time we return. But we know that we're in crosshairs, so we'll use all caution necessary when we get back. Everyone did a great job in that encounter. Ray, One thing I need for you, though, is when we're in combat, I need you to not shout orders to the cockpit, or lose your cool about us taking damage. We know we're taking damage. I don't need it shouted at me.
Understood.
We should be arriving at Sur'Kesh within a matter of hours. Then we'll be making a quick drop-off pickup and then turning right back around. So we'll get... I'm glad we didn't take any damage. We'll pick up any EZO necessary to refill our tanks so that we can still be fully battle ready when we come back. Anyone else have anything to add? Alright then. Everybody's dismissed back to your stations.
When David gets back to the cockpit, Joker has his feet up on the console, is leaned back. It's like, "Hey, welcome back. What took you so long?"
Sorry, bad traffic.
You want your seat back? There's some hot cruise control action for you.
No, you can. That seems like a little above my pay grade. I'll let the expert take over.
Yeah, probably too hot for you.
Yeah. Just leans back again to the side there. Just, I don't know how you do it. Just not touching the console.
Sometimes I amaze myself.
Tell me about it.
Wow. You guys definitely aren't related. She's leaning against the side of the door into the cockpit, so that way Aryn still has space to come in, because I see you lurking back there.
Yeah. Well, you know what they say, one Moreau's a party, two Moreau's is a riot. That's what we're at right now.
You're adorable.
All right. After a couple of jumps, you arrive at scenic, beautiful Sur'Kesh. As you arrive in orbit, you are immediately hailed from the surface.
This is SSV Saratoga requesting clearance to land.
We're expecting you, Saratoga. We've opened up Royal Landing Pad 2 for you.
Understood. We'll follow the approach corridor.
Unlike last time, you're allowed to land right at one of the palace's landing pads.
Good, we've unlocked
Skipping.
the fast travel point.
Yeah, you don't have to go through all the bullshit you did last time. As you arrive, Ristern is waiting by the landing pad as the Saratoga touches down.
Ristern, good to see you again.
Yeah, so the ship lands, you open the back and you step out and say that. And as you step out, she says, "I understand you're in need of my services."
Yes, you have a particular talent that we are actually in need of.
Lovely. You know, the first episode of the new season went live yesterday.
How are the reviews?
So far, pretty good. People are excited for the new lineup.
That's what I was worried about. Well, anyway, I know you're probably very busy with that, but if you are able
Not
to
at
spare
all.
some time,
Not busy at all.
oh, good.
This is the downtime between seasons. We're out of production. Now it's time to rake in the money.
Aha.
I have ample time to help with your little project. Assuming you can afford my fees.
Well, you'll be working pretty much directly for the Quarian Admiralty. I'm sure they can afford it.
I was joking, honey. The Delatras asked me to do this. I'll take care of everything.
Oh, that's very generous of her. We appreciate it.
But of course. And as she looks over at the rest of the party, she looks at Lucille and goes, "The star. You're particularly popular."
She's working really hard not to blush. And I feel like she's doing a good job of it. I think.
For some reason, viewers just really, really are obsessed with the fact that you have a female human with 2 male humans on the team. A lot of the other races are hotly debating which one to ship you with on their online forums.
Oh god.
The fanfic
God.
has begun.
Exceedingly
I'm old
loud
enough to be her
laughter.
father.
There is a Lucille X David camp and a Lucille X Arturo camp. The hot debates.
The laughing is getting louder from engineering.
Where's the Lucille and Aryn camp?
Ah, well. Perhaps the
I mean,
Asari demographic might
yeah.
And for that matter,
Yeah,
Eon.
You're asking. Your eye. You know that her eye has started to twitch. You know, stardom. Well, how's David doing on his own? Where's his David, what did you do? Quickly trying to change the subject. That thing. Why is it? You know what? Never mind.
Lucille,
I mean, my omelet
know
that
I'm-
was a masterpiece. Yeah.
Lucille, you know I'm joking.
Oh no, Aryn.
Does she?
It's kind of looks in the direction of David. Looks back at Arturo. Believe me, it's not you.
Damn.
Was that directed at Arturo?
Oh no, that was 100% to Aryn. After looking at the 2 human males.
Oh.
Luckily, no one's ever done any creepy shipping thing about Quarians.
Yeah, no,
funny.
never.
Adam and Onik Jackbar disembark together, and Adam turns to Aryn and says, "I hope that you're safe. We would be quite inconvenienced if something happened to all of you."
Well, I could say the very same thing about you.
Noted. And then he'll walk away.
It's alright, we'll be back
And-
soon.
Jackbar turns to you and says, he like looks like he's trying to think of what to say, and then just says, goodbye. And then walks away.
We'll see you again soon, Doctor.
Hopefully.
Alright,
And Ristern motions, and about 10 other Solarians come out, lugging huge, like, long crates of equipment and stuff. And she says, "I trust your cargo bay has room for all of my personal effects."
we assumed you might need to bring some equipment and staff with you. So we've made
Certainly
sure
the case.
there's room ready.
Perfect. And she starts clapping her hands. Chop Top, let's go! And she's bringing 10 Solarians with her who are lugging giant black crates onto the ship that filled with like recording studio equipment. One of them is just 300 pounds of makeup. Like 3 of them are full of outfits. Must be prepared for anything. After all, you haven't told me what I'm doing yet.
We'll explain the details on the way.
Perfect. Looking forward to it. And she will board the Saratoga. And when she boards the Saratoga, she will immediately make her way to the conference room and just let herself in and sit in a chair.
Probably for the best. And Aryn will join her there and make sure that everybody else is there as well.
So then, what are we doing exactly?
Well, you said you were looking forward to doing this, and that's not something that can often be said about meddling in Quarian politics.
Oh, exciting. Something political. Do you have a candidate you're backing?
Not exactly.
Perhaps you would like to slander someone so that they'll never get another vote.
No.
I can probably make that happen.
No, I do appreciate your enthusiasm for the project already, though. No, we are of the opinion that the current state of Quarian government is outdated and is in need of reform, and we plan on advocating for that. Ray here is going to be our spokesperson as a close adopted relative of one of the admirals, and has their backing for this move.
Interesting.
Ray awkwardly waves.
I see. So then, what is my role in all this?
We need you
What are
to
you
make the production
doing?
good.
Oh, which production is that? Are you going to make some kind of declaration or announcement?
Aryn turns to Ray.
Well, my uncle is going to be pushing forward with the actual political intrigue of it, but I need to, I need to do a speech in front of the people's government and convince them that they need to change, which is hard for our people. So,
And as you can see from the stuttering, we need all the help we can get.
Yes. So you're going to be the spokesperson for this, dear?
I'm already, and like Ray will like look over at Aryn, somewhat known quantity on the planet. So, and I'm the adopted daughter of one of the 4 main political heads. So,
What are you known for?
She has name recognition going for her, at least.
I was the firstborn Quarian after the Sunset Wars on Rannoch.
Oh, magnificent.
Aryn blinks and like kind of gives Ray a look, but doesn't say anything.
I can see it now. We'll need drone footage of a sunset on Rannoch. It pans in. A deep voice narrator. Our homeworld. Reclaimed. And then a screaming newborn Quarian child. New life. A new world. A new home. It's time to leave the old ways behind. And then Quarian children playing in the road of Rannoch. They're laughing, kicking a ball around. You guys do that, right?
Not kind of.
Perfect. Yes, yes, yes. I think you'll be very good for this role if you can get the stuttering under control. And, well, I can't begin to guess what kind of makeup you'll need since I can't see your face, but we'll work on that when we get to it.
Once we're on Rannoch, I can remove the suit with less negative implications than here.
Neon and I can help you with preparing a speech, and
I think I can make this work.
we'll see what we can do about that stutter.
Yes, yes, you'll really need to get it under control, or we'll have to do so many takes.
I've been watching some extranet videos about how to get it under control.
Good. That'll help a little bit. Not to worry, the rest of it we can deal with in the editing room. Long as I can get something legible out of you, we can dub over the footage with the correct takes. Well, I suppose I should get to work right now writing a script.
I actually already prepared a speech, if you want to read it.
No! Lovely. That would be delightful. Yeah, Sean, do you want to, DM it to me?
Yeah.
Because I know you actually do have a speech.
I do. It might take you a second to read because there's a lot, but
I mean, I'm just going to do what she's going to do, which is, skim it real quick.
I titled it Mistakes.
Alright, cool.
God damn it.
Everything okay?
Yeah, it's too long for me to send in one message, so I have to
Put it in a notepad file and send that.
Second.
Apologies. I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I thought you had it, sitting around.
Well, I do. I just didn't have a way to send it to you quickly. Because,
I
like I said, I have to figure out how to cut it so it...
You could just put it all in a notepad and send that. Okay, there we go.
There we go.
She holds it out in front of her and begins to go through it. Ah. Lovely, lovely. Yes, this part will have a dramatic sky view of Rannoch right there. And then during this one, I'm thinking a panoramic shot of the fleet going from left to right. Oh, when you say this, I think some footage of maybe we can get some footage of some elderly Quarians in the halls of the ship. Yes, yes. Okay, perfect. I'm going to need a lot of footage, both in the fleet and down planet side. I brought my fleet of recording drones, and of course, all of my helpers, so it won't be much trouble as long as you can take me where I need to go.
we should have full and safe access to the planet, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Full access, yes. I'm not so sure about safe.
Well, we'll have to make it work. I also brought a discretionary fund so I can hire some actors. After all, what are the chances I'm going to just happen upon a Quarian crying in the halls of one of your arcs? No, we'll need to pay some of them to put on a good show, of course.
Of course.
Yes, this could be very convincing. Alright then. Well, if you don't mind me keeping a copy of this, I'm going to go get an idea of what sort of footage I'll want during each part. Of course, it'll cut back to you during most of it, at the start of the speech and throughout. But nobody wants to just watch someone stand on a stage and read something. Gotta keep their attention, you know?
You should also know that the political climate there is rather tense, and there's the potential for violent lashing out against one party or the other.
It's not the first time. Beauty and truth always have their enemies. Not to worry. I am, as ever, dedicated to my craft.
All the same, I'll be assigning my Chief of Security, Lieutenant Commander Arturo Bernardi, to your safety while we are in the Quarian system.
Oh, lovely. And which one would... Of course, that would be you. Ristern says it to Arturo.
Arturo nod.
Are you going to keep me safe? I like the look you have going. It's very, very rugged.
He doesn't know how to respond to that. He just kind of nods again.
That scar you have coming from your across your right cheek, it makes you look very tough. But you know, with a little bit of makeup, you might look a little bit more approachable.
Good luck, Commander.
David just writes down on his, like a private note on his Omni tool. New ship, Arturo and this person. All right, I'm gonna upload that.
Arturo just kind of sighs. It's just like, approachable isn't really part of the job description.
I see, of course. So intimidation is what you're going for. These metal pieces you have stuck in your face, that's just a human thing, right? I don't think I've ever seen so many of them stuck into one of you.
Accident during the Reaper Wars.
Anything else, Spectre?
Ristern meant your, like, jewelry. You have, like, eyebrow piercings and, like...
Oh, does it?
Look at all your piercings, yeah. Your character art has a bunch of piercings.
Aryn's gonna open.
Oh yeah, it does. I forgot about that.
Aryn's gonna open the intercom to the helm and say, "Helm, what's our estimated time of arrival to the Quarian system?"
And through the intercom, you hear Joker talking to Quincy, and Joker's like, "And then what? We were just like, what are we gonna do with this horse, right? So we get the cargo bay, and where are we gonna put the horse shit?" And Quincy's like laughing, and he's like, "Oh, sorry."
Helm,
Wait, what?
Rannoch, ETA?
Right. Wait, give me a sec. he's like checking stuff. About an hour and a half.
All right, thank you. Ristern, I'll leave you to whatever you need to do to get the details settled in. Just be advised that in about an hour and a half, the ride might get a little bumpy.
Ooh, exciting. Are we going to be attacked?
Hopefully not.
But if we are, your recording drones might come in handy.
My thought exactly. I'll have them standing by. Couldn't pass up that.
All right, I'll leave you to it.
Wonderful.
Arturo, see that she doesn't get anyone else on the ship too pissed off, please.
I'll do my best, Captain.
All
In the back
right.
of his head, Arturo's just like, I don't remember agreeing to this.
Yeah.
You're the most reliable security personnel we have on board.
He's the only security personnel left on
Yeah,
board.
so I'm pretty sure he's the only security person.
You've got Rolt, you've got
Everybody else
Banshee,
is-
you've got Caden. You've got Prim, you've got... Fuck it, what was that?
Well, if
But
we're just
aren't
gonna
they
list off all of the
actually-
capable fighters, it's the whole ship at this point.
Oh yes, but in a combat situation, who are the ones that have nothing to do?
Valid.
Oh, hang on. Did we stock up on Ezo while we were there? Ezo fuel.
You did not ask about Ezo.
Crap.
It never came up.
No, it did not.
And they don't have it for free. Not like the Citadel where you get filled up. because
Yeah, we
you're
probably
spec-
wouldn't have been able to afford it anyway. Alright, well,
Yeah.
we're going to be really relying on that stealth drive as soon as we come out of mass transit.
Absolutely.
How much is the ESO?
Expensive. You get it for free at the Citadel. You really just
Well-
need to deal with that.
Okay, because
I mean-
got money.
Yeah, fair. Do you have a pressing? I guess you might want to have it. Let me see.
Problem is getting the credits for it, because I think the ship fund is pretty much spent.
Uh, 100 light years of EZO would be 10,000 credits.
And how much can we hold?
Up to 600, which would be 60,000 credits.
We're down to 123 at the moment.
Oh, we're down to 123. Okay. How much would it be just to get us to a flat 300?
It'd be 47,700 credits to fill it. To get you to a flat 300 would be...
Basically 100 credits per light year, right?
It's 100 credits per light year, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be 100, or it'd be 17,700 to make it 300 light years in the tank.
I'll do it. I can spot.
You'll do
David
that?
easily spots. David easily spots that. Yeah, that is.
Fair enough. Alrighty.
17,000.
Appreciate your contribution.
It's my show. I don't care who works on the engines. I'm the one who flies it. It's my baby.
Fair.
Alright. I've
Alright,
noted that. It's at 300.
Alright. 7-3-4-7. Alright.
Lucille followed Ray down to engineering after the meeting. Hey,
Okay.
Ray? Are you gonna be okay?
Yeah. Public speaking isn't exactly my thing. I usually stick to things I'm very good at and avoid things I'm very bad at, so
Well, we are seeing that you are good at a lot of things, and I feel like. How often do you actually end up speaking in front of a group of people?
you guys, I guess.
All right, that's something. Something that's good. Decimus, would you give us just a second?
Yeah, sure thing.
God, Decimus, don't give her a second.
Hey, you got it. Hey, what's going on, guy? Caden
Oh my
just looks
God.
at Decimus, like, hi. And he's like, so, another universe, huh? Anyway, they just have, like, very awkward...
There's really only
I
one
was
conversation
waiting
you
for
can
the,
have
like-
with Caden.
Yeah.
I was waiting for the. So
That's
you're
pretty
kind
wild,
of
huh?
glowy.
Yeah.
That's a thing. I know Aryn kind of came down on you for yelling about the damage being taken. But I don't think you realize how passionate you are about things and how vocal that makes you.
Ray's eyes are super wide. Yeah, communication on Quarian ships is constant and consistent. Emotion is very high, so it's just differences in military. I just got to learn.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you have a voice. You're good at using it. You just need to remember that what you're talking about is something that's important to you.
With all due respect, Shepard, this is trying to convince an entire planet to change their government, and I can't even convince you guys in a room that my idea is right. So,
No, but you have convinced us several times we are wrong. It's just a question of what can we do about it. I just want to let you know that at the end of the day, no matter what happens, we've got your back.
thanks. You guys are my crew. You guys are the closest thing I've had to family since leaving Rannoch, so that means a lot.
Well, and I feel like I can speak for everybody else, but I'm glad you're here and part of the family.
Thanks, Shepard.
Now, take a breath and don't let the Solarian freak you out too bad.
Have you ever worn makeup before? Does it hurt?
No, it doesn't. It's usually just a powdered pigment or a pigment suspended in some solution, and it does not hurt. Sometimes it's a little cold or a little bit warm and goes on your face usually. I don't wear a lot of it, okay, Ray? I'm a soldier. I don't wear makeup.
Besides my suit, nothing's ever really touched my skin, so... Well, that and you and Aaron's hands, but that was on my fingers.
Well, might be a situation where maybe Aryn can take a step in between you and the makeup artist. Because you get a cold from touching our hands. I'm a little concerned about makeup brushes. Those things are nasty. They should be able to CGI that shit.
I hope you're right. I've always heard that makeup is painful, but that might just be because Quarians don't really know what it's like, so we just assume.
Well, Aryn or Eon would probably be a better person to ask about makeup for sure. But
Banshee wears the most of it, but I don't think she wants to have that talk.
yeah. This is going to be uncomfortable, but let me know if you need. And kind of looks down the hallway, back up, and somebody to stand in between you and the makeup artist if it gets too much.
I will. Thank you.
All right. Deep breath. We got this.
We got this. Be yourself.
Because Ray is pretty damn awesome. I'm gonna head back up.
All right. You might want to stay down here just in case we come across our friend again on the way back in.
Okay, I'm gonna go grab a cup of hot chocolate. I'm gonna grab some red vine. Make sure Eon didn't completely kill my stash, since I don't know the status of being able to go back to the Citadel. And I will come back and stake out in weapons. You're gonna be okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be okay.
Any
And
other role
Lucille will
play?
make her way up.
All right. Any other role play preceding your arrival? If not, we will go to the arrival.
I think when Shepard comes up towards the cockpit, David would be still standing there behind his uncle, and he would taxing on to what you said earlier. So wait! You said that was a horse stuff. Wait, where'd the camel come in and all this stuff? Like what? There was a horse, and now there's a camel. What?
No, you're misunderstanding. He thought it was going to be a camel, but it was a horse. That's why the buyer was so upset.
Oh my god! What did you guys
So then
do?
we just have this fucking horse in the cargo bay with no buyer because he wanted a camel. It's like, what are we gonna do with this fucking horse?
And that's when, which one was it again? Grunt, you said? Tried to pick a fight with it?
And so on and so on. Yeah. I'm not gonna keep making shit up with you.
That's
But
hilarious.
yes. But yeah.
Wow.
All right. You're ready to relay jump to Rannoch, or to like right near it.
Alright, so here's my question. Should we just go ahead and flip the stealth drives on? No, we can't.
Can't
before
until
You
we
we've
can't
exited
jump in
relay
stealth.
transit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, okay.
However,
Hey,
feel free to make our arrival drift as large as you want. The farther we are away from an expected arrival point, the better we'll be off, I think. Normally,
I'll just look towards.
Joker gets up. Oh no, go ahead.
Normally, pilots will go for a very precise arrival near the relay, but I don't mind some variance in that.
Joker gets up so that David can sit down, and he says, "I'm gonna go out in that room and sit in the chair that I usually sit in, and I'll see you in a bit if we don't explode."
Right, I know this is beneath your pay grade. I know it's crazy. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Quincy, if you handle the drift thing, I'm gonna keep an eye on the moment that we clear, so I can activate the stealth drives.
Yeah, I could do that, says Quincy. Basically, you're basically asking me to relay worse. Yeah, I think I can definitely do that.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, you got it. And you make the jump.
All hands battle stations.
And
You arrive in space near the mass relay, but everything's quiet.
Get the stealth system online.
Your stealth goes up.
Let's remain at red alert until we get safely to the fleet. Anything abnormal on sensors?
Now, without Adam in the ship, the sensors have to be reviewed manually, something that no one on board the Saratoga has ever had to do before.
Kind of what Arturo's here for. You got him on babysitter duty.
Yeah. So reviewing the sensor data, it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like anything's coming out. But then again, even Adam couldn't spot them before.
Alright, let's just keep it nice and quiet.
But your stealth is up, so yeah, you're just making your way over there.
No, it's very easy for them to have known where we were going. There's only so many places one can go when departing Rannoch. They might not have known that we were coming back, though, so our return might be less expected than our departure was.
Sure enough, you arrive back at Rannoch, back in orbit, with no interruptions. Ristern comes upstairs and says, Aryn, if I could, when is this space battle going to happen?
Well, whether fortunately or unfortunately, it did not. We were ambushed on our way out of the system, but they probably had no way of knowing that we were coming back, especially not in this short of order.
So no space battle?
No space battle, for the moment.
Shoot, you don't think you could find them, could you? And maybe, like, make a space battle happen?
I wouldn't count a space battle completely out of the equation just yet.
Okay, well, we'll be on standby. She seems, like, deeply disappointed there wasn't a space battle to record.
I am so glad I'm downstairs and not hearing that.
Well, David turns his head towards Aryn and gives her the look of, what the fuck?
Aryn just like waves a hand as if to tell him to let it go.
So yeah, you're here in orbit. Rister needs footage on the arcs and planet side. So which one do you want to start with?
Footage on the arcs and planet side. I think the arcs would probably be the best first place to go. I think we want to avoid planet side for the time being.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, Ristern said she's going to need footage of both in order to do the production she wants to do. She's planning like a whole thing. It's not just going to be like a video of Ray reading a speech on a stage. It's going to be like sweeping views of landscapes and like footage of the Quarian people, like really moving stuff, right?
Yeah.
But trying to make like an emotional documentary or something out of it, basically. And so you dock on the Ark. And as you open the bay, Corazin is on a bench by your ship where you've landed, his head back, fast asleep.
That is actually probably a good thing.
Don't wake him.
I think the world's gonna end.
Don't wake him.
Can we at least see his chest rising and falling to be assured that he's alive?
He's absolutely alive and asleep. It looks like he was waiting for you guys to get back and fell asleep. Immediately, a fleet of drones emerges from the Saratoga and start to record all over the bay and all up and down the space docks, and then going into hallways and starting to record. And immediately, there are Quarians who are like, "What is this? What is this thing? Is that a camera?" Like getting pissed off because there's just drones like going all over the place. Ristern steps down like. Yes, very good. Okay, all right.
Ray, Are there any Quarian rules about having to consent being filmed?
Most Quarians have some sort of recording device in their masks, so no.
All right.
Little robots flying around might trigger some people's PTSD episodes, though, so maybe be a little careful.
Well, you have a little robot flying around all the time. So does your uncle.
Yeah, but those ones are holograms. The Geth didn't use holograms.
Ristern's already made her way over to some Quarian engineers, and are like, you two? You look like rough and tumble working class folk. Would you like to make a buck? I just need you to look like you're working very hard, and if one of you maybe could look wistfully out the window like you're daydreaming about a better life, that would be great.
Ray, why don't you go with her? A fellow Quarian presence might make this a little easier for everyone.
Very high-pitched, okay.
I think at this point you guys have gotten the idea of what Ristern's going to be like with all this. She's just
Arturo
going
is
around
hating
trying.
every second of this.
She's just trying to get footage. she needs all these shots. Yeah. All right. Well, you can kind of follow her around, Ray, and she pretty much just does this. She goes around and tries to like pay Quarians to do things. At some point, she finds some kids, and she's like, "Hey, if you if you just like play in the hallway a bit, I'll give you some credits." Because the kids are like just like chilling, like they're like having lunch or something, and she's like, "I just need you to like, I don't know, like kick a ball up and down the hall or something and laugh, and here you can have some credits."
Ray is trying to be like more empathetic about it, like, you know, not just make it seem like it's not just like, hey, here's some credits, do this thing for me.
Right. And all the while, anyone who's back at the ship, Korozen, has begun to loudly snore. And he's been slowly sliding down the length of the bench to where the back of his head is now like resting on the backrest.
It's like, I want to wake him up, but at the same time, I don't. Because this is like the biggest thing he has needed for like months, I'm sure.
Quick question. Arturo, did you go with Ray?
Arturo has to babysit the fucking news lady.
Yeah.
So yeah,
The news lady.
that's what
Yeah,
he's calling her in his head right now.
I mean, fair. Yeah, so Arturo is with Ray and the paparazzi. At one point, Ristern's standing in one of the main halls of the Ark, going through her footage on a tablet, and says, all right, I've got this, that's pretty good. Now I really need an old Quarian grieving. And she'll turn to Ray. Rela, was it? Where would I find your elderly?
I mean, I could take you to some, I guess, but we wear the same suits all through adulthood, so they don't look old.
Right. Maybe I should get this planet side so I can get a face shot. Actually, that's perfect. We'll save that for Rannoch. I need an old Quarian to look at the horizon, and then a single tear will drip down. Yes. Which we can provide the tear, of course.
The elderly don't generally leave their suits because they can get sick. You might have trouble finding one who's willing to do that.
Yes, that's a fair point. We could use makeup to make one look old.
Okay.
I love her obsession with makeup, like computers can't already do these things.
There's something for a physical touch. Yeah? Practical effects, They don't get enough respect.
I actually agree.
Also concur.
Yes, but very invasive to certain people.
Also agree.
Ristern returns to the party and loudly announces, "I have the footage." And Corazon is like, "Paul!" He like falls off the bench onto the floor. I'm awake. Welcome back.
I need to grab
Thanks,
something
sorry.
real fast. I'll let you guys handle this.
Sorry to wake you, Uncle Zen. Are you okay? You have a good nap?
He's like, he has his hand on the bench. He's like standing up. I wasn't asleep. I was just resting my eyes. Anyway, when did you get back?
Like a good hour ago?
Right. So how's it going?
Well, we have this lady here, and she's gonna make it artistic, so we just need to go down to the planet's surface and get some last shots and then do the speech.
Alright, well, that sounds good. Corazon looks at Ristern. Nice to meet you. And Ristern says, yes, the pleasure. As she's, like, walking onto the ship and recalling her drones. Time is money, let's go.
And Ray will explain to Uncle Zen like who she is and what exactly the plan is, basically.
Alright. He goes, alright, well, that sounds good to me. I don't really know much about political theater or anything like that, so...
Oh,
Extremely high-pitched voice. Neither do I.
Don't worry, the Solarians have mastered it.
Yeah, apparently. Well, good luck and all that. I'm gonna retire to my quarters to get some work done.
Remember, delegate.
Yes, I already am, and things have already gone to shit because of it.
So sad, but so typically true.
Alright, Ristern's standing in the cargo bay surrounded by drones. Spectre, are we going?
We're going.
Very good.
Yeah, we'll get back on board and depart and make our way down to the surface.
Alright. You fly down. Presumably to the Grand Arc, right?
Yes. Still keeping everyone at action stations whenever we're in transit.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. You make your way down to the surface and touch down at the Grand Arc. And Ristern disembarks with her drones and immediately starts taking footage. This is going to take a while, since I really wanted a sunset. Not to worry, it won't delay production. I'll get the sunset shot, do some editing and preliminary work, and then we'll record the speech tonight, if that works for all of you.
Aryn's kind of distracted by looking around, almost like she's also keeping an eye out for threats, and she'll just mutter to Arturo, "Eyes sharp." And then back to Ristern. Yep, later tonight sounds great.
Perfect.
Ray can hear her heart pounding in her ears, and she says, What? Sorry, I missed that."
Well, Rela, you're going to be reading your speech tonight. Don't worry, I have prepared some holographic teleprompters for you.
Okay.
Now, it isn't as though it'll be live or anything. So we can do different takes and all that.
All right. Just be yourself.
And we'll be right there with you, Ray.
Wonderful. Now, while my drones are getting some footage, I'm going to head into the city to see if I can procure a good location for said speech to take place. I want somewhere with a view.
We might be able to do it in the old hall of the ancients.
Is that right?
The
There's
political
something.
building.
There's something to be said for it, but we're trying to sway public opinion, yes? Hearts and minds?
True, but it's one of the few buildings that still has ancient Quarian architecture as part of it.
Interesting. I'll consider it. It's not quite what I had in mind, but perhaps.
You're the expert.
Hey, yes, of course. And she's gonna walk into the city. I assume Arturo is with her.
Always.
Alright, yeah, she's follower in there.
I feel like we're all staying together, right?
Yeah, so do you guys just all follow her?
Yeah, most likely.
Alrighty.
Just Arturo's in charge of the security arrangements.
Makes sense. Yeah, so she walks around for a bit, talks to a few people. So who can I talk to? The head of whatever, and then just having some conversations, moving her way up the chain. Eventually, she gets a meeting with a particular Quarian, where she says, "And this is where." Okay, well that's pretty good. Topology is nice. Counter proposer, Rela. This fine gentleman will allow us the use of a prominent radio tower, the benefit of which is that once you have completed recording your speech, which has a lovely view of the old city of Rannoch and the horizon, we'll have a powerful station to broadcast from the moment we're done editing.
Ray will nod. That sounds good.
So, the original Hall of the Ancients will be in the shot. We just won't be inside of it. I'm worried about the acoustics.
That makes sense.
Yes, perfect. Yes. She's like talking to the Quarian. Okay, perfect. All right, then. We've got our location. Well, I'm going to make my way over there. The drones are pretty self-sufficient. We have the run of the place until tomorrow.
All right. Let me go get Aryn and everyone else.
I think everyone's together.
Yeah, we're all here.
Oh, did everybody go in? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Ristern says, right this way. If you want to accompany, I'm heading over to the radio tower. We'll record the broadcast.
Yeah, we're not splitting the party here.
All right. Yeah, so you guys head over to the radio tower, and it's on the outside perimeter of the Grand Arc, facing the old capital city. So, like, the Grand Arc's on one side, and the old capital is on the other. And once you guys get to the top of the radio tower, the very top of the tower, which is super high up, is perfectly flat with, like, a couple of dishes here and there. But the point is that Ristern's able to set up a spot for Ray to give her speech where the actual radio tower won't be in the shot. It's going to be like a waist up shot, and it will just be like a panoramic horizon view of the old capital behind Ray. And Ristern's like setting up she like marks where Ray's going to stand with some tape on the floor and starts setting up cameras and lighting and recording equipment. Just getting everything ready.
How exposed is this location?
You are at the top of a radio tower, like 300 feet up, The roof of which is mostly flat. It's got some raised platforms here and there, and a bunch of dishes.
Cool. That's great. Is Eon still on the ship?
Yeah, Eon's not feeling well.
Aryn, is there any way you might be able to offer some shield? I have a bad feeling about our location.
I don't have the same shields that that Eon can provide, but I do have a distortion field.
I wonder how much that would mess things up for the crew.
Well, it
I'd like
distorts
to feel
incoming-
crazy later.
It distorts incoming spell effect or power effects, mass effects. I don't think it would have any adverse effect on ongoing technology. But even if it does, it's a small price to pay for protection. I am going to use 2 of my Sentinel points to cast my contingency power with a distortion field stored in it if anybody in range is targeted by a hostile Mass Effect power, either biotic or tech.
Okay.
I would like to leave this feeling crazy for having thought this, but
No, it's a good thought.
sure wish Eon hadn't made herself sick on the red vines. Well, at least it's something.
Alright, so you guys are all up here, basically waiting for the sunset footage. There is a raised section in the middle that's up a little bit higher. If like anyone who's ranged wanted to be up on that raised area, they could.
Arturo's up there then,
Makes
watching
sense.
over the entire area with detect invisibility on.
Makes sense, yeah. There are 4 corners to the roof as well, in the form of like individual platforms. I don't know if you guys wanted to like have somebody on each of them. Or on a few of them on like opposite corners or something.
I need to be close to people to use my effects.
Yeah, so you'll be kind of centralized.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anybody that has the range Arturo has, but he would definitely instruct David to be close by, but obviously out of camera shot.
Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely going to be close by. It's my whole thing.
All right, sounds good.
And after doing my
Not that we're
contingency,
worried.
I will start the process of getting my like short rest time, so I get those spell points back, if possible, before any conflict comes up.
All right.
Not that we anticipate a fight.
No, but
How long does that take?
It's an hour. It's basically I need a short rest to get my my spell slots back, but I will not put
You
that
guys
number
are-
up unless you tell me that I'm able to get that time.
You're able to take a short rest. You can go ahead and do it. Yeah.
All right, sounds good.
Alrighty. I think that looks about right.
Oh, we brought Yuji.
Yeah, he's here too.
Okay.
His security.
Got it.
And Rifster returns to the party. Alright then. I'm just about ready here, so all we need to do is wait for the footage. And then, everyone give me a perception check.
I was about to ask David if he could get a little closer.
It's not supposed to be on the stage.
I'm going to use my adaptive.
You've got see invisibility going, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
There
Ooh,
we go.
really good. Oh, that's it right there. So Arturo,
And Ray.
Mhm.
but Ray cannot see invisibility, so the DC is higher.
Oh.
I still had advantage checked. My bad.
So
Pretty sure it
Arturo,
doesn't matter.
over on the side, you see, quite suddenly, a blade, an omni-tool blade, come jutting out of Yuji's chest. And then he is thrown off the tower.
Well then.
Commander, we're under attack.
So this is initiative, but Tally is invisible, so only Arturo can actually see her.
Do I have cover up here?
Yeah, I would say these are like raised sections.
Does Ray or Aryn have proficiency in perception?
I'm not sure. I don't think so, actually. No, she does not.
Okay.
I do.
So Yuji falls to his death. That's why we brought Yuji.
That's sad.
I had a feeling.
I'm
Uh-oh.
missing one person's initiative.
Yeah, it was mine. I was checking over my spells and I didn't roll. Alright. Alright. Looks like I still got something. Damn, I can't roll initiative for shit tonight. Jesus.
Oh, hell.
Oh shit.
Her initiative's almost as good as mine. Well,
I
her
dislike
roll. Her modifier,
Alright.
not her roll.
Mark, I need to know how your field works that you have a contingency for. Exactly.
So my condition for it was if any biotic or tech spells power.
Yeah, I know
target
about that.
anybody.
How does it work? What is it?
There it is.
It's this. Okay.
Yeah, people have advantage on saves against them, and everybody has evasion against half damage saves.
Perfect. Your contingency is gonna go off like immediately.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go. Without speaking a word, Tally just pretty much just looks straight at Arturo because Arturo is looking at her. And then Arturo needs to make an intelligence
Can she see
save.
me? My initiative roll was also a stealth.
Yes, because hers was a perception.
Fuck.
I need you to make an intelligence save with advantage. Distortion field will go off here. Okay?
Does the 19 beat the DC?
It doesn't.
Fuck.
Do you want to use something? Like adaptive or something else?
Can I use my inspiration?
You may.
That was worse. Okay.
Alright. What parts of Arturo exactly are cybernetic?
Basically, the whole right side of his body.
Okay. The right side of your body becomes just inert, like floppy noodle limb. Like it just doesn't work anymore. It just turns off. Your right arm and right leg just turn off, which probably causes your rifle to like fall. Like you're holding it with your left hand, but it's like a two-handed weapon. And that was her turn.
Yeah, because he basically just had a stroke, so he's now slumped up against the railing.
So you have a very unique debuff on you. It is not quite status condition so much as it is just your right and left, or your right arm and right leg are just, they don't work. They're just floppy metal. They're probably heavy, actually. Since they're not working, they're just weight. So it's not like you're paralyzed or anything, but you can only do anything you'd be able to do without your right arm and right leg. I'd say at the very least, you move with half speed, most likely, because you have to, like, basically crawl.
Yeah, but I can still see her?
You can see her, yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna have a whole lot. Yeah, he's got his card effect. He's gonna draw his card effect with his left arm and activate cloak jamming rounds and try to take a shot at her, but it's not gonna, like, he's not gonna get any of his proficiency to this because it's an offhand attack.
What really matters is the anti-cloaking round that you're doing here, right? Would that turn off her invisibility?
Yes, it will.
That would be massive. So, yeah.
Yeah, I just don't get any of my bonuses to hit to making this.
Unless you bonus action hide beforehand.
The spell was a bonus action.
Ah, gotcha. Never mind.
And I fucking crit.
Well, damn.
Wow.
That's huge.
Holy shit, that's enormous. Wow.
All right, I'm gonna post the spell so you can see what it does exactly, because it's a lot more than just not invisible anymore.
So 9 plus 9 plus 7. Right.
Well, not a lot more, but
They're primed, they become visible, and they can't become invisible for 1 minute.
Or until
Nice.
the power is detonated.
Oh, okay.
So no
Noted.
detonations. Please, guys, no detonations on this.
Yeah, so Tally becomes visible to all of you when Arturo shoots her.
Oh, I also can't cast anything else.
But long
Shepard.
story short, we can see this bitch now, right?
You can see Tally. Careful who you call a bitch. Her number one fan is in the call.
I don't know if she's going to be a number one fan for long. No, totally forever. I know, you and Tally forever. I'm going to shoot her. I need to get slightly better angle on her, though, don't I?
You can shoot
Or does
your
it matter if
allies.
I'm shooting?
Doesn't
Okay.
matter.
Couldn't remember. I'm going to shoot her. How about a 26?
A 26 will hit Tally.
Cool. Because I'm going to do damage, and then I'm going to use a maneuver. Disarm. When you hit with a weapon attack, you may attempt to disarm your target. Add a superiority die to your damage roll, and the target must succeed a strength saving throw or drop an item of my choice. It lands at their feet. Do I still have all that damage, or do I not? Or do I have something turned on that it shouldn't be?
You do not have Biolume.
Yeah.
So you do 10 damage. Which does hit shield. So it's doubled.
She's taking a lot of electrical damage so far, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're disarming her? She doesn't have anything in her hands, by the way.
She's not holding anything.
No, she stabbed Yuji with her Omni tool. She can't drop her Omni tool.
She's on the edge of a precipice.
I'm gonna try and shove her. Still has to make a strength check, or else she gets pushed 15 feet. Just saying.
All right.
But regardless, we're going to do an extra D10 damage. So it's an extra 8 on her.
And she takes the extra damage. She's thrown off of the side, catches the edge of the dish, and nimbly flips up onto her feet so that she is standing on the satellite dish.
Cool. I'm going to shoot her again. How about 25?
All right. She puts her hand out in front of her, and the bullet collides with a barrier. Sort of tech shield appears in front of her.
Damn.
Oh, right. Then we need to subtract 5 from the regular damage that I dealt.
I did it already.
Okay.
Do you want to move, Lucille?
Yeah, I do. Here.
Sounds good. All right, Ray. Tally looks right at you, and she spits a Quarian word out the way you'd spit venom out of your mouth, and you understand that she called you traitor, but most likely no one else knows what it means.
Actual pain. So could I use AI hacking to basically reactivate Arturo?
Let's see it.
It doesn't actually do anything, but the effect you have on him isn't like a real thing either, so I just figured basically just force whatever thing she forced into him to turn half of him off, basically force it out by hacking it or counter hacking his body.
This seems like, okay, is it concentration? Yeah, it definitely is. You didn't include concentration in your spell block, but I can tell by reading it that it is. Like, by the nature of how it's worded, it's clearly concentration. It even mentions in the higher levels that the concentration goes up, so be careful to note that in the future, but yes. So the answer is you can AI hack Arturo to get his stuff working, but it will require your concentration to maintain that.
Well, Arturo is like our main damage guy, so I think it's probably worth it.
Fair enough. Yeah, so you can basically counter hack whatever she did to Arturo and concentrate to keep him functioning.
Okay. Yeah, Ray will throw her hand up and send something through Arturo's body, trying to reactivate him. I'm gonna have to keep fighting this, but hopefully that'll get you up and running, Arturo. And then I will go ahead and throw a tech support onto David.
Arturo, you feel your limbs spring to life, but with a slight and noticeable delay. When you want to move your arm or want to move your leg, there's about a quarter second delay before like the impulse makes the limb move, which is accounting for the fact that whatever the fuck Tally did to you is fighting what Ray is like actively doing. And so there's like a quarter second of time where that's all happening. Like your limbs have become a battlefield between like Tally's virus and Ray like counter hacking the virus to make it work. So it just feels a little weird. There's no like mechanical detriment, but it feels like very strange.
Oh, okay. I thought it was going to like affect my modifier or something.
No. It's just like roleplay wise, like it feels incredibly weird to have like I'm gonna move my arm now, and then your arm moves like a quarter second later.
All right.
And then there's a tech support on David.
Yes, and that's my turn.
All right. As you are AI hacking Arturo, you do determine that she has infected his cybernetics with something that like she's not concentrating. She did something to him and that's like still there. So you're like you're like counter hacking whatever virus she put in there actively, like in the middle of the fight. With time, you can probably you can almost certainly permanently fix him. It's just that combat's very fast, right? That was only 6 seconds. So
Yeah.
David, you're up and you've got a tech support.
Awesome. Bonus action. I'm going. The moment as her cloak drops, he looks at her, and he applies blood tracker. So once he does, he goes, "And you'll never be hiding from me anymore. Found you." And I'm gonna beat the shit out of her if I can get over there. I don't know. Is she on the ground or above? I'm trying to make sure
She
I
is
understand. it on the
standing
map.
on that satellite dish.
How far up is that?
Yeah.
It's like 5 feet up.
Am I able to get up there?
What you could do is you could kind of do like this, and you could stand like. Sorry, roll 20 is being kind of shit.
Yeah.
You could stand like here on the ledge and attack up at her.
Okay, so
I'm gonna give her basically the equivalent of cover for being in a very awkward place for you to hit.
You said here?
Yeah, like there.
Okay. Yeah, because I got the movement for. Okay.
I'm gonna like give her basically cover because it's awkward for you to try to attack her from there.
Oh, if she's got cover, then I'll just do something else.
She also still has some type of tech shield up that she put up against Lucille. That's not gone away. It's still there.
Right.
So her AC is very good.
Let me think. Let's see. We got that. I think for my action, I'm going to cast Biotic Alacrity on myself. Nope. So give myself haste. I'll make sure that I mark all that accordingly. Yep.
Got it.
Okay.
Aryn,
Now
you're up.
Let's see. Aryn is going to use Biotic Inspiration at. Ooh, I'm considering actually using a cantrip that just makes my voice louder to speak at Tally. But then there's not much else I can do to be actually useful. So I'm gonna cast Biotic Inspiration. I'm going to use bonus action to break down a sentinel point, and then cast Biotic Inspiration at 2nd level to give everybody bless. Is there cover behind any of these railings available?
This thing in the middle it's almost like a structure that Arturo is up on top of. So you could like go around the corner and just break line of sight entirely. The railing, there's no like cover from any of this stuff. It's all basically more or less flat. Particularly because she's raised up as well. She's up on top of a satellite dish, so she has like a raised view of the area. So other than going around the building, there isn't really like a lot that you could do in terms of cover. Like if you were here, you could use the corner.
All right, Aryn's going to actually just like step forward a little bit. She's not gonna take cover or anything, but she's gonna shout at Tally, and she'll say, "Talizora, stand down. This is not your mission, and you're interfering with a council operation. Explain yourself."
She side-eyes Aryn, but doesn't verbally reply. will that be all?
Yep.
All right.
All right. Oh, I've got concentration going on that.
Yep. Thank you for remembering to mark that. One moment.
Who got the inspiration?
Everybody. I cast it at rank 2.
Oh, nice.
Sorry, that means
A D4, I think.
Yeah, you add a d4 to any attack roll and saving throw that you make.
got it.
All right. She does something on her Omni tool, and 6 drones, holographic drones, rise up into view. And that is where we'll leave off for tonight.
Go for the optics. Go for the optics.